Hello, welcome back to Golf is Ruining My Life. It's Tom Green and it's Tom Price once more talking you through the pitfalls and occasional positives of this wretched game.
The positives becoming less and less common, the hatred becoming more and more intense.
I was talking to the bar staff at my golf course the other day who are not golfers, and they were chatting about us as a species. And they were saying things like, you golfers, what is wrong with you? Because their job is seeing us every day.
Yeah.
Coming in. They are like the nurses and the medical trained staff at a hospital watching us.
On golf club bars, by the way.
Yeah.
I left the golf club and I think I've still got money on my account.
Can I have it?
Yeah. I was going to say.
serious?
Yeah. I mean, because this must happen all the time when members leave.
Yeah.
There's like a certain amount of money left on my account. I don't know. It could be like 50 quid. So I went through my wallet. I've got my wallet here. You can have my card and you can have a pint on me.
I absolutely will.
Yes.
I absolutely
I thought
will.
you might.
That is one of the cleverest things that golf clubs do, isn't it? When you have your tab and you just rock up and go, yeah, I'm not really paying for anything.
It feels like free money.
Do you know what? We'll have a roast, please. And we'll have 19 pints of lager tops. A drink I only ever have when I've played golf.
I was really impressed by my friend recently, by the way. Because I'm now 30 in a few days' time.
Good.
And you know...
Thank you.
And you know, sometimes I find this with older blokes.
Hello.
And it's a really, really nice trait, I think.
Good.
When you go to a golf club and maybe they've paid for your round or whatever, the 20 quid they've paid for your round, and at the halfway hut they go, no. You're a guest at my club. It's on me. And they get you a Snicker and a coffee, and then you go for a drink afterwards and go, no. I'm hosting you.
Yeah.
And my friend did it recently, and he's probably early 30s. When I played Gerrard's Cross, and he was like, no, I sorted the green fee. And he's like, no, the coffees are on me. And I just thought...
So classy.
That's what I thought. I thought, you are so classy.
There are some things about golf behaviour that have nothing to do with the actual game of golf that are so classy. I saw it today. I was playing this morning, and we were on a tee that has a walkway nearby to a totally different part of the course. And we were about to play, or one of our guys was about to play, and we were playing a no consequences, knocking it around, having a laugh round of golf. This was not in any sense an important, so to speak, round of golf. And
They're all important.
They're all important, you're absolutely right. And these guys were walking, they were fairly far off, and the two of them, they didn't say anything to each other. My mate John was about to tee off, and they both stopped. And they were far enough away for it to be sort of fine. We wouldn't really have noticed. And John hit his shot and they started walking again. I thought, sometimes golf is really classy. And it wasn't like one of them said to the other when he stopped. They both just knew, this is the weird thing about this game. We like silence. Golfers are very sound sensitive. A little thing can annoy us. But when it's done well...
Unspoken etiquette.
Unspoken etiquette.
Yeah.
Unspoken etiquette. I like that. We still don't stand in someone's putt. In someone's line on their putt.
Of course not, no.
But the only reason, really, we used to do that was because of spike marks.
But no one really has them.
No one has spikes, so actually you're not going to make any difference to the putt, and yet it would be unthinkable to stand in someone's putt. Even if their putt is 80 feet away, I still wouldn't do it.
Do you remember the things, talking about like etiquette, do you remember the things at the start of when you played golf that you got shouted at for? Because I remember getting shouted at relatively recently. So like 4 years ago when I came back, right? So like relatively, you know.
And also, crucially, when you're a grown-up,
oh, as a grown-up, yeah,
it's not ideal for grown-ups to be getting shouted at for things like that.
No, and it was someone I was playing golf with, and he was teeing off, and I was in his eye line.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a funny one, because I've never had it mentioned to me ever again. He was just like, sorry, can you move? You're in my eye line. And it took me, I've played golf since I was 12, and I was like, whoa, okay, cool. And I've taken it on board. I'm conscious now with where I stand and whatever. But I was like, in your eye line?
That's because any golfer playing a shot is basically, in our heads, arranging a moon landing. That's what's happening. Okay, T-5, 4, 3. I need absolute concentration. And the idea that Tom Green exists... When I'm taking that shot, my brain cannot cope with that.
It's too many things.
It's too many things. It's really interesting. Comedian John Robbins, you cannot stand, and I'm sure he won't mind me telling us this on this show, you cannot stand behind him when he's on tee.
Because he'll say something.
He's left-handed, yeah. And that's fair. I have no problem with it at all. Fair enough, man. If it annoys you and you can see me. There was a guy I played with the other day who we played a match, and so if you're right-handed, I'm like, he's looking at the ball, and if the ball is at 12 o'clock, say... I was at probably 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock on the clock.
Yeah.
Quite far away. He couldn't live with it. And I was like, where the hell do you want me to stand? Where do I go?
Yeah. Did he ask you to move?
Yeah. Sorry. Mate. He's really nice about it. Really nice about it. But yeah, he asked me to move, and I was like, I don't know what to move. I don't know where to go now.
Talking about classy golf as well, I think it's really classy, and I've tried to do this at the moment, is watching where your shadow is.
Oh, I love that.
Someone's putting and you're in the shadow. Move.
Yeah.
Remove your shadow.
And do you feel guilty asking someone to move?
I would never do it.
You wouldn't ask them to move? Oh, I do.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I'd be like, sorry, mate, can you, the shadow's in there.
I'm so anti-confrontation.
You are.
I'd be like, no, it's fine. I'll put up with it. Okay.
Well, often the end result of all these things is, I'm still rubbish.
Yeah, I'm still missing the putt. I'm still getting a bogey. So I piss off my mate and get a bogey, whereas I can just get a bogey.
That's such good logic.
Do you know what I mean?
Talking of shadows and sunlight, I've got a question for you. Sunglasses on when you're putting or not?
I play in sunglasses from the moment I start until the moment I end, until it's too dark.
Nope. On a sunny day, sunny's on, I'm playing a shot, off they come. I cannot play a shot with my sunglasses on.
Oh, any shot?
I can't play any shot with my sunglasses on.
Wow. Okay.
Because it affects because it does delay the light a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm not.
And I wondered what was holding your game back, and now I know it's the light delay. I always said old Price get affected by the light delay.
My timing works on millionths of a second. And if the light rays are not getting to my eyes in time because of a layer of plastic,
yes,
that's a problem. But crucially, so I do take them off for long shots, but also my short game, and I wonder if a lot of people will do this as well. I cannot putt with sunglasses on because I cannot judge distances with sunglasses on.
Okay.
I cannot get the feel. And that isn't madness. Taking them off for long shots, I get that. It's a bit weird. But for short game, chips and putts, sunglasses have to come off.
So on one hand, I've got improved my game of golf, which is important. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, I've got the issue which I've had, I would say 3 or 4 times on golf courses, is if I keep taking them on and off, I'm going to drop them. I'm going to lose them. They're going to do what's happened. How many times has this happened to me? Jesus. I put my phone on my golf clubs. I pick my bag up. The phone goes to the bottom of the bag. And then on the next hole, where's my phone? I'm going back. And then guess where it is?
In your bag.
It's at the bottom of my bag. And I've got to get that zip at the bottom and access it. So that's the reason I don't take it on and off, is just because I'm bound to lose it.
I've just remembered something I've not thought about for years. When I was a teenager, I had a chocolate bar in the bottom of my bag for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And every time I took my clubs out, they were sticky.
Because the chocolate had melted.
But it was so old, the chocolate, and so it wasn't an active stickiness anymore. It was just this sort of grime.
Yeah. It's like when chocolate goes white.
Yeah.
Chocolate and dog poo both go white after a while.
Yeah. It
Weird.
might have been dog poo, to be fair. It may have been a famous chocolate bar. It may have been like the final marathon before Snickers took over. I just don't know. But for years I thought, and then one day I tipped my bag upside down and just this...
the grime came out.
Basically, it's quite a fun thing to do. Every now and again, it's very important to make your bag vomit. Just to tip it up and just bam, bam, and see what comes out. Because you will
there's
find
that
things.
ball marker.
Yeah. My third child. I wondered where you'd been. It's amazing how much crap you keep in your golf bag.
Can I ask you a question that was put to me a few weeks ago, and it was really interesting? Because I get loads of messages from new golfers. We both do, people that are taking up the sport, and all my friends are taking up the sport at the moment. So I'm surrounded by new golfers. And my friend messaged me and he said, right, I'm getting a new putter. I don't want to spend much money. What are you recommending? Ooh. And I was like, oh, well, this is half an hour of my life I'm going to absolutely enjoy as I look on Golf Bidder and eBay for you and get an idea. There was 2 putters I recommended, neither of which he went for because of the price point.
How much was he prepared to pay?
So I said about 100 quid for a golf club. I think that's about fine, is it?
I think for a new golfer, that's high. I think for a brand new golfer, you can go lower.
Yeah, maybe that was my mistake.
Because you're not getting a brand new putter. Let me make something absolutely clear. If you've just taken up golf, you literally just started, why are you buying brand new clubs?
Second-hand putter, which is what I recommended. I recommend a second-hand putter. And I went around the £100 mark, to like £70 to £100. And I think that was probably too much because he went a little bit less than that, but that's fine. What are the 2 putters you would have recommended?
I'd recommend the Cobra. Okay. There's a lot of good Cobra and anything ping.
Interesting.
You got the Spider as well.
That's what I said.
They're punchy, aren't they?
So the TaylorMade Spider, you can get second-hand ones, old second-hand ones, as in like 10 years old, for 100 quid.
I feel like that's too old.
Yeah, and I think you're spending a lot of money on the fact that you want a tailor-made Spider.
Probably have chocolate on the grip.
Probably your old chocolate one.
Yeah.
And I also recommended my favourite putter from back in the day, the Odyssey 2 ball.
Oh, the Odyssey 2 ball.
Oh, I love the Odyssey. With the white hot face.
Yeah.
One of my first putters in golf. I think it's really reliable. You still see pros use it. And that was around 100 quid. He ended up he actually got a really nice, it was like he ended up spending a little bit less, getting a lesser brand, but a better year. So he got like a 2018 and it was lovely. Big one of those big grips on it.
Well, I love a big grip.
Yeah.
I need to put the big grip on my new...
Super Stroke or something like that.
Yeah, the Super Strokes are everywhere now. I need to put a Super Stroke on my new Cobra. The interesting thing about buying putters is that it is just feel. I just don't care what brand it is. And what's interesting is whenever I've used a Scotty Cameron, because you've got one, and my mate Jason, a few other friends of mine have got Scotty Camerons.
Jason's got a collection of them, hasn't he? He loves them.
He's got 4 or 5 Scotty Camerons.
God, that's so cool.
It's unbelievable. And the thing that strikes me about the Scotty Camerons consistently is the weighting and the feel is just immaculate.
The feel off the face of a Scotty Cameron is beautiful.
It's like a wand. And it doesn't matter what the brand is. It could be a Hippo. It could be a Wilson stuff, whatever. But if it feels nice, I'm going to be interested in it. Whereas I'd say with other clubs, there's other things at play, lots of other things at play. But with a putter, for me, it's all feel.
And it took me years with the Scotty Cameron because, I went for that fitting. I was determined to have a blade putter when really I probably should have got a mallet. Yeah. But I wanted the blade. I wanted the Newport. The guy wouldn't sell me the Newport because he said,
"You're not good enough.
It's not good enough for you. you are too bad for it. But you can have the square back because it looks like a Newport, but a bit bigger." It's taken me, I would genuinely say, 2 years to get used to going from a mallet putter to a blade putter. But I love that thing now, and I'm putting well at the moment. Everything is a laggy 2-putt. It's beautiful.
I think once you've got your putter, you never get rid of it. My brother plays with a putter that's about 40 years old. And that's quite common. You see people who've got really, really old putters because actually, really, and I'm sure the golf companies will try and tell us this isn't true, but technology can only do so much. If you've got the feel and the touch and it's got softness to it, then you've got a nice grip on it, why change?
Doesn't Phil Mickelson have a really old putter?
Yeah, he does.
He has that bladey thing.
Yeah.
I've never thrown away a putter. I've
thrown a putter.
Of course you have. We all know that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes at a greenkeeper.
Of course, why not? Just keeps them sharp, keeps them awake.
I've not thrown any away, so I've still got them all.
Oh no, yeah.
Which I've given away all my old clubs that I don't use anymore, like my Titleists are gone.
Yeah,
you've
given them away. You've given them away, haven't you, to friends on eBay? Yeah.
No. I have actually given a lot of my clubs away. Not all of them.
Well,
some of them were sold.
I had a weirdly actually. I had a Cobra, an Aerojet, and I was thinking I might sell it. And then my mate John had a go with it, and he went, "Can I keep it in my bag for a bit?" And I forgot about it. And then he said, "Oh, can I keep that club?" And I went, "Yeah, okay." And then he gave me some golf balls, and I was like, "Actually, I quite like golf balls."
So not a bad trade.
So that's fine, really.
Not a bad trade. But it's the only thing that I've ever kept from golf. All my old bags have gone.
Yeah. Never sell a putter.
Never sell a putter.
God, that feels like really good life advice.
It's sage advice. Never sell your putter.
Because there is a moment, there's one in my locker. There's 2 in my locker. God, there's 2 in my locker. And every now and again, if I'm cleaning out my locker, once every 5-6 years.
No, you do it more than that.
Well,
you do it, Tom. I know. You clean out your locker at the start of every summer when your big box of secondhand that you buy at the start of summer, 100 off eBay. Your tailor-made picks,
my picks,
100 off eBay, and they sit there, and I go, that'll do me till Christmas.
Can I tell you something about my tailor-made picks, which I've only just realised? I thought picks were all TP5X because the X in picks made me think they were all X, but they're not. They're just TP5s.
They're just TP5s, yeah.
Or TP5X. It's random, but I thought I was buying full on, and I want the TP5X because they're the sort of
they're softer, aren't they?
They're softer, higher compression and softer. Didn't know that.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Can we throw our mind back to last week's episode?
Yes.
I mentioned my friend who sawed off 2.5 inches from his driver.
Yeah.
He also broke it to me that he had done something else. Right?
Well, hang on. Can I just point something out to you, Tom?
Yes.
We are a few seconds away from ad time.
It couldn't be a better time.
I mean, it just feels like this is great broadcasting. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People are going to listen to ads, but the whole time they're listening to the ads, they're going to be thinking, what did he do to that club?
Tease across the ads. It's great commercial broadcasting.
Oh, we're good at this. All right, don't go anywhere. Find out what Tom's maverick friend did to his golf club in just a moment.
And in fact, I know you can skip the ads. I don't want you to. Listen to them.
Yeah. Make us. Yeah, we're really edging them today.
Yeah. Wait.
Welcome back to Golfers Ruining My Life. Tom Green, what did he do to his putter? Or whatever club it was. I don't even know if it was a putter.
It wasn't his putter, actually. It wasn't his putter. He got this old set of golf clubs and he showed me them. And I said, you know what? These are absolutely brilliant. You've done really well here. The only thing that I'd recommend is they're really old, but they're cavity back, so they're perfect for you, is you need them regripped.
Yes.
Get them regripped.
Yeah. Good advice.
Stage advice.
With a thicker grip as well.
Maybe a little thicker grip. Get some more tape around it. Or whatever.
Always have a think about that.
And he came back, full new set of regripped irons. I was like, well done, mate. That's brilliant. You've regripped everything. How much did that cost? Where'd you get it done?
30 quid a grip? 20 quid a grip?
It's normally about I think American Golf do them for £12 or £13 a
Reasonable.
grip. So you look about
totally worth doing that.
Yeah. 180 quid or whatever for all your clubs. He's like, oh, I did it myself, mate.
No, you didn't.
The only person I know who's ever regripped their own clubs is Ian Poulter. You're not Ian Poulter.
Are you friends with Ian Poulter? Is that what you're telling me?
This is a story about Ian Poulter. He regripped his own clubs.
How?
He used his vice again.
It's that vice, mate.
It's a bloody vice.
That's unbelievable.
Stop vicing everything.
Ironically, he doesn't even play with vice balls. It's
He
a
doesn't.
nightmare. Oh my God. But to take the grips off a club is a full-on, it's a technique and a thing to do that.
So online, you can basically buy the kit. Yeah. So
Yeah, but
you
that's
get
like, do I replace the battery in my iPhone with this kit I've bought on Amazon, or do I get a new iPhone? Everyone gets the new iPhone.
Not my friend. He regripped them. So he
Good
bought like
lad.
12 Golf Pride grips in a set, and it comes with the because it's a very special knife. You got to run the knife all the way down. It's like a hooky knife. You run it all the way down, and then you take off the tape, and then you put some new tape back on, and then you put some solvent in the grip thing.
I'm out.
It's too much effort.
Way too much.
Obviously, you're all in the vice at this
But
stage.
you've got to get it straight as well. That's crucial.
That's what I said to him. That's the big thing, because I saw when we were filming in Ireland for the Challenge Tour, I watched because they had their own regrip truck there, so all the golfers can get regripped if they want it.
Yeah.
And I watched a professional do it, and it was hard.
Yes.
And he had to get it all straight. And I was like, "How did you manage it?" He's like, "Well, I just got it about on."
Also, I wouldn't trust the grip from that day on. I'd always be thinking, is this moved a bit? Is this loosened a bit?
Oh, that's an intrusive thought, isn't it? On the backswing, don't swing out. Please, let's hope that grip remains within the golf club.
The last thing I need on the golf course is more intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? What's worse? What's more damaging? What's more psychologically ruinous? The hook or the slice?
Such a good question.
Thank you.
As a right-handed golfer, I would always say the hook. Always say the hook.
I would say
Because
the slice by a mile.
Really?
As a right-handed golfer. Yeah.
the reason that I say that is because I think I can control my slice a bit. As we said on the show in the past, it's when I have a lazy swing.
Yeah.
I can. It's also such a common issue that I'm not embarrassed with the slice. I'm like, it's every right-hander's golfer's thing.
Okay.
A hook, I'm like, where did that come from?
Neither are ideal. But a hook often feels, unless it's the awful duck hook when it just doesn't even go anywhere. And
God,
the
I've had
common thing about slices, and you hear this a lot when people hit a slice, but the strike was so good.
It's a great shot.
And it's so frustrating because you think, I struck it so well. If that had just gone straight, that's incredible. And it felt easy, because it does often feel easy because you're just flapping your arms onto it, and that's why you're slicing it.
That thought, by the way, is going to be with me forever. That what you said a few weeks ago, which was the slice is all arms, no body. That's why it feels easy.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Because body is hard.
Body's
Bringing
hard.
your body around is hard and risky, and you don't want to do it
It's
too much.
effort, innit?
Well, but also it is effort, and no one likes that. But also I think we all become conservative with a small c when we play those shots. We all become, you want to do as little as possible, because that way there's less room for error. And yet doing as little as possible is in itself an error. By not moving too much and keeping it all tightly squidged in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as you get on the driving range or you're playing with mates on a Sunday evening, I'm going to open the hips and I'm going to bounce, and suddenly it's flying. And it's like, I need to be that loose when I'm playing that stressful second shot in to try and get a par to get my best ever round. You need to do that.
But you need to explain why you would rather a hook.
I would rather a hook, because a hook feels like you can... For some reason in my head, it feels like it doesn't go as far left. Like a slice feels like the big bomber slice.
And you know the ones you hit because they start in the middle of the fairway and you're like, this is going okay.
Here it comes.
Bah, 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 bah. And then you know it's losing distance.
Yeah.
As it floats away.
It's boomeranging back to me, basically. So I'd rather have a hook because I feel like I can do something with that. And a hook comes from, in terms of your swing, it comes from smothering it too much and getting over on it maybe. And I feel like that's more manageable and you can somehow control that more easily. Whereas a slice, it just feels like I don't even know how I'm doing this. It just feels lost.
The extra crazy thing about your opinion is
it's right.
Is you play on Muswell Hill, where
so tight,
and all the danger is on the left.
All the danger's on the left. Yeah. Basically, the first sort of however many holes of the course just goes around the perimeter of the whole course.
Yeah,
and the perimeter. Yeah,
it's like, always on the left.
It's always on the left. You're sort of doing the M25.
Yeah.
You're going clockwise and off you go and everything. All the danger's on the left. And I lost a brand new TP5X on the 5th the other day and had the biggest meltdown of this year.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It was bad.
But that's what surprised me that you'd rather a hook. That's why I was always happy with a mega slice, is because at least I know it's going to just be 3 fairways that way.
Make no mistake. If it's a surprise error that's come out of nowhere, I'd probably rather have a slice. If it's the go-to fail that I know is what I'm doing all the time, I'd rather have a hook. Does that make sense?
And I would say you have a hook more than a slice, wouldn't you?
You haven't played with me recently.
Oh.
No, I fade the ball now. Genuinely, I've completely... I'm doing the thing where I drop and then I pump it through with my legs more, and that's making me just go slightly from out to in a tiny bit. So it's a controlled fade, which sometimes becomes a little baby slice. And sometimes a grown-up slice. Sometimes posh spice. So far right, it's like posh spice.
Sure. Yeah, no, I get you. Sure, I get you. I was playing with a pro recently as well. He said something really interesting about shot shape.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know whether you agree with this, you should try and hit whatever the opposite of your shot shape is.
Interesting.
Because there's more control that way. So he's always hit, his whole life, this bloke has hit a draw. And he's like, that's the last thing I want right now. Because a draw, I don't know what I'm doing. It just happens naturally. With a controlled fade,
it's artificial and I'm doing something active to get it.
I'm creating it.
That's a really interesting
And therefore, I know all the actions that have led me to that position. I've got more control. And I think that's so interesting because I know my natural shot is now a fade.
Yeah.
And I know when everything's going well on 16, 17, and 18, I can hit this little baby draw.
Yeah.
It's because I know what I'm doing.
You can control it, make the choice, make it done.
That's interesting.
Very interesting point, and I get that. But the problem is, to be able to do that, to be able to shape shots, I think a lot of the reason we don't do it so much in our level in the game is because you need to practice a lot. You need to go out there and go to the range and spend a good few hours getting good at shaping shots. Because I'm not going to risk that on a course.
No.
It's a lot. And I do it every now and again, and it often goes wrong.
The last time I tried to shape a shot was with a friend on the driving range, and in doing the shot shape, what I had to do on the way back, I hit the wall behind me. My driver hit the metal of the bay behind me, which is mad.
Apologies. Trying to hit a low fade.
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys.
Because that's how I try and control the shape of my shots. Is if I try to hit, I don't know if this makes any sense. This might even be too geeky for this podcast.
God, I doubt it.
If I'm trying to hit a draw, all I try and do is hold the club face out for as long as possible. So try and push it out, like push it.
That makes sense.
Out the line.
Yeah.
So if the line's all the way back like that, I try and go that way for a draw.
Go to out. Yeah.
And then if I'm trying to go for a fade, I go, it's basically I just let my laziness take over and just do that.
Yeah. It's all about out to in and into out and out to out.
But I'm not doing it right enough because I shouldn't be hitting the bay behind me, should I? That's not how it works.
That's not ideal, Tom.
Can I ask you a controversial question?
Yes, always. Are we going to fall out? Maybe we could end the episode with a big argument.
I think we'll both agree on this, though.
Okay, good.
Golf trips.
Yes.
Yeah? We're in that time of the year where a lot of them coming up. You're planning them.
Yeah.
Scotland or Portugal?
Great question. Scotland or Portugal? At this time of year, Scotland.
Yes, for summer. Scotland or Portugal?
Scotland this time of year because it's a bit cooler. Portugal probably gets too hot and it's all a bit buggies and it's all a bit las on tour. Scotland's got some incredible heritage and wonderful, wonderful courses. And I'm going to say it, Dornoch. Sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, definitely Scotland. In the winter, a lot of the courses in Scotland are closed, so I would go to Portugal. Can I throw a Cornwall into the mix?
You can throw a Cornwall into the mix.
Ireland?
Yeah, so for me, Scotland and Ireland, relatively interchangeable in the fact that it's like a destination around here, UK, where you're not guaranteed weather.
Yeah, right.
And also you're guaranteed it's going to be expensive because it is just expensive to go there.
Yes.
Cornwall, in my mind, isn't so much of a location that I would travel down to and play like 5 or 6 courses, but maybe I'm wrong for that.
It's not known for it, weirdly. I'm going to Cornwall in the summer and I will be playing a few courses down there. I've talked about it before. I'm going to play Trevose, St. Enedoc, hopefully. There's a couple of other ones there as well. There's a lot, but Cornwall isn't really known for it in the same way, whereas bits of Ireland, obviously Scotland are very much known as having a sort of, and Kent as well, actually. Kent's got a sort of route of courses down there.
A sandwich area, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. There's 5 or 6.
I've just got, and my answer also is Scotland. And I think you burden the risk of it being wet and you just shoulder that risk.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I've just got such a romantic view because I've never done the trip of getting in the car with a few mates, driving to Scotland, middle of nowhere, playing these unreal links golf courses for like 40 quid, staying overnight in like a little tavern.
Yeah.
I'm going to say tavern.
Oh, chuck tavern in the mix.
And then get in the car again the next day. And now I've got my big car. I really fancy it. And going to like different golf courses. I just really romanticize that. And part of me never wants it because it's more beautiful in my head.
Is this your way? Are you sort of practicing the pitch to M for your honeymoon?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Yes.
Okay. And what would happen?
Would it convince her to do Scotland over Portugal?
If you said to her, for our honeymoon, in the new big car, golf clubs in the back, let's get to Scotland. There's some lovely things up there for you too.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into, if you like beaches, maybe seals. You can see wild seals.
I've actually not told you something huge. Something hilarious.
I mean,
which is,
again, a massive sort of mic drop moment at the end of the episode.
So, tomorrow, Em's taking me away for my birthday.
Do you know where you're going?
No. So this is where this story goes. I'm going away tomorrow. I'm getting taken at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for my birthday. And Em, it's my 30th. So Em has thrown a lot of money at this.
You're getting taken away. It sounds like one of those stag fake arrests.
Yeah, like a thing on my head.
Yeah.
And we were in bed the other night and she said, where do you think we're going? And I said, and I don't know why. In the back of my head, I had this idea, and I don't know where it had come from. But I was like, I think
you said something way better than what she's actually doing, didn't you?
I said something that I would really like.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, I think I've got an idea. She was like, okay. She was like, I'm going to face the pillow, put my head in the pillow, so I don't want to give any facial expression away.
Yeah.
And you tell me where you think you're going.
Yeah.
Because she was like, because we're going to take my big car. And she was like, it's a bit of a drive. So I was like, brilliant, it'd be great for the big car.
Scotland, golf.
And I said, well,
St. Andrews.
I was like, have you got me around a golf at St. Andrews? You take me to St. Andrews and you're going to go to the spa.
Oh, mate.
Through the pillow, I heard her laugh. It wasn't even muffled. She removed her face from the pillow and said, you're mad. You're mad. I was like, is it St. Andrews?
This is what golf does. Golf is ruining your wife.
Hey.
That's what's happened, your wife to be.
That happened.
Do you know where you're going?
No. We're having a curry tonight, she's going to tell me.
Has it got anything to do with golf?
No, I think it's a spa. And I love spas.
But hang on, it might be a spa golf vibe.
It won't be. It's not going to have any golf.
You sound so sad.
I was so ready for it to be St. Andrews.
It's really funny. Listen, we're running out of time. We'll find out where Tom went on his stag arrest.
Yes.
30th birthday arrest.
Yes.
Next week.
Have we actually run out of time?
Yeah, we've got like 1 minute left. Have you got a winner?
The only thing that I would say is if you want to check out something interesting, have you heard of Bandon Dunes? You know what Bandon Dunes is?
No.
Bandon Dunes is this amazing golf resort in America, but it's the perfect mega mix because it's the Portugal idea of you go to one place and play a load of golf courses and stay in one thing.
Yeah.
Bandon Dunes is like the Center Parks of golf, right? 6 courses.
Nice.
I think it's in Oregon.
Sure, why
Don't
not
quote
just
me
say
on that.
No one's going to check.
Oregon, Bandon Dunes. Yeah. 6 golf courses, 1 massive hotel and whatever. But the golf courses are all unreal. Like linksy, amazing golf courses.
Oh, wow. Well, America have got it right again.
They just nail it. And this is what I wanted to say is if you've not checked it out, go and have a look at Bandon Dunes. It looks really cool. It would be
Are you after a hashtag gifted at the moment? Is that what you're doing?
I would love a Band of Dunes gifted. Check out Band of Dunes.
Oh my God, those guys sound great. Tag them in and we're happy to come and look at it and give you a nice review.
Imagine if all your mates you got a few quid, or maybe you're older and your kids have left, or you don't have kids, or you got a little group of mates who have got a bit of money and all play golf. Imagine that as a golf trip.
I mean,
you go to Band of Dunes, 6 amazing courses.
Do you know what though? Can I tell you something that's really struck me about the golf trips is you do need to go somewhere really special. I've done a few golf trips now. I've been lucky enough to do a few, and we've been to less good venues and we've been to outstanding venues. And I was always strongly believed like, oh, it's just us mates and it'll be really great. And the golf's almost, doesn't matter. We'll play golf and it doesn't matter if it's a beautiful course or not.
Yes.
It does matter.
Yes, I agree.
It makes the whole thing feel like, you know, like those Carlsberg ads when they go, Carlsberg don't make golf trips, but if they did, it's like that. When you're going somewhere that's magical and has history and is beautiful and looks amazing, and you might have paid a bit more, it is worth it. Whereas when you go to a run-of-mill kind of place, do you know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Go as aim for the moon when it comes to planning a golf trip. Don't just settle for that place that's nearby and it's a big hotel in the countryside. Go a bit crazy because it will really be worth it.
Name some really big courses in Scotland. Some like really famous ones.
Oh my God, Carnoustie, Troon, St Andrews, obviously, Dornoch.
Hold on. Keep naming.
Can't think of any more. Mine's gone blank. Why?
Because my friend went and stayed. My friend has just done 3 nights at Glen Eagles.
Oh yeah, Loch Lomond. Okay.
And he said it was mind-blowingly amazing.
That's what I mean.
That's what I want from my next golf trip. We did an amazing trip to Newcastle last year with my mates, and it was a very run-of-the-mill, straight down the middle golf course.
Yeah.
And it was a great trip, but it didn't tick. It wasn't the
It's all about how do you feel about it now. When you think about it now, you go, eh. Whereas when I think about the one that I went to, which was amazing, I just think that was like a dream come true.
Put it this way, I remember the beers more than the golf.
There you go. That's it. That's the sign.
And if there's any golf show that's remember the golf more than the beers,
that's us.
It's this show.
That's definitely what we promote. Definitely.
Anyway, we're always looking out for your emails. The Toms at golfisruiningmylife.co.uk is the place to go. Please send your stories, whatever you've got for us. We adore reading them. It brings a smile to our face.
We really do. And what I'm really enjoying is just how many new people we're picking up. There's new names dropping in our inbox all the time. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on the old TikTok and the YouTube. We appreciate you being there too. And we'll be back soon for more Golfers Ruining.
Bye.